This tutorial is to talk a little bit about adding images, videos, and files to your school website. Before I look at how to add the elements, I want to talk a little bit about the file folder icon on the left side of the Composer dashboard. This icon is otherwise known as the resource icon. When I click on the resource icon, you can see you will have three options, or I believe two options. It will look a little bit different than the view that I have at this moment. You will have an accessibility feature to resources as well as galleries. Resources and galleries are very similar, but there's a little bit of a difference between the two of these. First, a gallery is a folder that should be shared or accessible by others. So a gallery would be a really good place to put images from an event that you may want to share on your website. This may also be if you have packets or information around one particular event, you could place those files into a gallery. And these galleries can be uploaded onto the website as a group or as a whole. Resources, however, are a group of folders. Resources are otherwise known as the back-end way to organize what we want to share on the website. So for resources, each school has their own folder. As a webmaster, if you are a teacher at Butner STEM or the webmaster at Butner STEM Elementary, you will have access to that resource folder. So when I access the folder for Granville Academy, I can see here all of the images, files, videos that will be uploaded to post on that particular website. A resource is made to be uploaded by an individual file. So galleries are used for more than one file, more than one image, but a resource is used for that individual image or file. So now that we're here looking at the resource folder, the galleries as well as resources have a little bit of a similar view. You can upload what we'll call a public resource directly from your desktop. So if I were to go back, I'm going to select the arrow and select galleries. I can go to one of the galleries. So I'm going to click on private galleries, and I have one here for Granville Academy. And then I have one for some photos. When I click or access these photos, I now can upload a private resource. So resources can go or can be uploaded into a gallery in order to be shared. So this file folder or resource folder is where you can place those documents, forms, images, and videos. So now that you have items uploaded into either your gallery or as a resource, what is next, or what can be next? So now we'll talk a little bit about adding an image, video, or resource element, and all three of those are very similar. So once you access the page in which you would like to edit, please be sure that you are in Composer mode. So that is the mode in which allows for you to edit the page. Here I'm going to add an element. So when I select Add an Element from the Standard tab, I can add an image, resource, or a video down here. So now let me highlight, I'm going to click on Resource. I can see here it says Select a Gallery. Let me go ahead and add another element. I'm going to add an image. It prompts me to select an image. I will add another element and select a video, and I'm prompted to select a video. Now, each of these selection options are the same. So watch what happens when I click on Select a Gallery. This is the window that opens. It opens into the Edit Resource Element settings. So each one of these, the resource, image, and video, is actually a resource element setting. However, with some of these listings, and I'm going to say listings because we have list up here, grid, slideshow, and then we also have single. Now, these items, list, grid, and slideshow, are how they are displayed within the element block. List, grid, and slideshow, these usually mean that there will be more than one resource inside of this element, which generally reflects back to using a gallery. And keep in mind that a gallery allows for you to share more than one photo, more than one file in the same element. A single option only allows for you to display one image, one file, or one video at a time. So look here, it changes to no resource set. When I browse for a resource, it brings me to, and let me go ahead to my school, and this is going to look just a little bit different on each person's device. But when I access my resource, here are all of my resources for my particular school. When I select cancel, let's say I now want to have a list or multiple galleries. Here there is a resource and galleries, only resources or only galleries. So this, when I click resources and galleries, will allow for me to have access, when I click galleries, this will allow for me to have access to my galleries that are listed here. So keep in mind that this gallery is for list to display more than one item, but when I select single, it will allow for me only to pick one resource. And this is going to be within each of these elements, the resource element, the image element, but just notice that the image starts off on single. I can change to these tabs, but it starts in a different location. And then a video does the similar item. It's going to start on singular, and then I can access list, grid, and slideshow from there. So after you've viewed this video centered around galleries and resources and each of these elements, some of the following videos will dive a little bit deeper into how to share or post a resource in any of these elements.